Good morning and welcome to my YouTube channel Barnalis Biology. Today we are going to discuss about sexual reproduction in flowering plants, chapter 2 of class 12, topic number 2. I am Santosh Mahapatra, the director, and Barnalis Biology belongs to Dr. Barnali Baisakhi, chairperson of Barnalis Biology. Let us begin with today's topic. We start with pistil, the female reproductive organ. The gynoecium is the female reproductive part of the flower. It may have either a single pistil or more than one pistil. When only one pistil is present, it is called monocarpellary. For example, as seen in the members of Fabaceae. When more than one pistil is present, it is called multicarpellary. It can be of two types. Either all the pistils are fused together, in this case it is known as syncarpus, or all the pistils are free. In this case it is known as apocarpus. Syncarpus condition is seen in hibiscus, papaver, etc. and apocarpus condition is seen in Michelia, ranunculus, etc. Each pistil has three parts: the stigma, style and ovary. The stigma serves as a landing platform for the pollen grains. The style is the elongated slender part beneath the stigma. The basal bulged part of the pistil is the ovary. In the ovary, the megasporangia or the ovules are attached to the wall of ovary by placenta. There may be one or more ovarian cavities which are called locules. The number of ovules in an ovary vary from 1 to many. One ovule in an ovary is seen in wheat, paddy and mango, and many ovules are seen in the case of papaya, watermelon and orchids. In this figure A, you can see a dissected flower of hibiscus showing the pistil. The other floral parts have been removed. In figure B, we can see multicarpellary. It means more than one carpel is present. Syncarpus pistil of papaver. It means all the pistils are fused together. In figure C, you can see again a multicarpellary, more than one carpel present, apocarpus gynoecium of Michelia. It means the pistils or carpels are not fused together, they are free. Figure D shows a typical anatropous ovule. Please mark the labeling. We have got hilum, funicle, micropyle, micropylar pole, outer integument, inner integument, nucellus, embryo sac and chalazal pole. Let us learn about these terms. The megasporangium, it is also called the ovule. The ovule is attached to the placenta by means of a stalk called funicle. The body of the ovule fuses with funicle in the region called hilum. According to the configuration and orientation of the body of ovule, in relation to funicle, there are 6 types of ovules: orthotropous, anatropous, hemitropous, campylotropous, amphitropous and succinotropous. Each ovule has one or two protective envelopes called integuments. When only one integument is present, it is called unitegmic. It is seen in higher dicots. When two integuments are present, it is called bitegmic. It is seen in monocots and primitive dicots. Integuments encircle the ovule except a small opening at the tip called the micropyle, and the chalaza is the basal part of the ovule which is opposite to the micropyle. The part where the micropyle is present is called the micropylar pole, and the part where the chala is present is known as the chalazal pole. The nucellus is a mass of cells having abundant reserve food materials enclosed within the integuments. It is synonymous to sporogenous cells of pollen sac. A single megaspore mother cell, MMC, differentiates in the micropylar region of the nucellus. Megasporogenesis. The formation of megaspores from the megaspore mother cell or MMC is called megasporogenesis. An ovule has a single embryo sac formed from a megaspore through reduction division of a MMC. It is a large cell with dense cytoplasm and a prominent nucleus that undergoes meiosis to produce 4 megaspores. Only one of the 4 megaspores is functional while the others degenerate. It develops into the female gametophyte, which is called the embryo sac. This method of embryo sac formation from a megaspore is monosporic development. The nucleus of the functional megaspore divides by 3 sequential mitotic nuclear divisions to form the 2 nucleate, 4 nucleate and later the 8 nucleate stages of the embryo sac. All these mitotic divisions are free nuclear, that is, nuclear divisions are not followed immediately by cell wall formation, but 4 each move to the opposite poles. After the 8 nucleate stage, cell walls are formed, leading to the organization of the typical female gametophyte or embryo sac. In this case, in the first part A, you can see parts of the ovule showing a large megaspore mother cell, a dyad and a tetrad megaspore. So, during meiosis, one cell will give rise to 2 and 2 will give rise to 4. Out of the 4 cells which are present in the megaspore tetrad, 3 will degenerate and only one cell will take part in embryo sac formation. This is called monosporic development. In figure B, you can see one cell divided into 2, 2 cell divided into 4 and 4 cells divided into 8. So we have got a 8 nucleate stage of embryo sac. In figure C, you can see a mature embryo sac. Here we have got 3 antipodals at the chalazal end. At the micropylar end, we have got the egg and 2 synergids. And in the center, we have got polar nuclei, that is the central cell. The cell in the center, it contains 2 nucleus. The embryo sac. A typical angiospermic embryo sac at maturity is 8 nucleate but 7 celled. It means only 7 cells are present, but the total number of nucleus present is 8. The specific arrangement of cells within the embryo sac are as follows. 3 cells are grouped together at the micropylar end and constitute the egg apparatus. The egg apparatus consists of 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. The synergids have special cellular thickenings at the micropylar tip called filiform apparatus, and this filiform apparatus plays an important role in guiding the pollen tubes into the synergid. 3 cells are at the chalazal end and are called the antipodals. The large central cell is situated below the egg apparatus and has got 2 polar nuclei. In some cases, the polar nuclei may fuse together, but in most of the cases, they remain separate and distinct. With this, we come to an end to today's topic. Thank you.